All right, everybody, we're going to do a quick sound check here while they're warming up. Sound check, sound check. All right, we're good. I can hear myself. All right. Just want to make sure I'm not too loud here. It's a cold day at St. Mary's. It was raining quite a bit as we were doing the setup. It doesn't look like it affects the field too much. We should have some good tryouts today. So right now we got a mixture of the 8 and under group, and they're going to be doing the 7-on-7 portion of the tryout today. And then we'll also have a handful of 14 and under big guys. We got the jellies out here for the tryouts for 14U. And they'll be in the far side end zone. We're going to try a bunch of new things today. We got Coach Ralph is on the camera today. And then I'll be doing the commentary and monitoring the stream. So should be an interesting day. We'll see how it goes. If you guys have questions, I'll be monitoring the chat throughout the day. Let's get a conversation started around the new collaboration between Elevate and Empire here. If you haven't already, make sure you guys go to the Elevate channel. The Elevate channel, Elevate 7-on-7. Got a new video up over there that we did, and it's gonna be a fun time. We've been meaning to get into some spring content. Coach Vince Carter reached out to us from Elevate to get some of the live portion of this going. And yeah, it should be a good time. And if you guys haven't seen our new collaboration video that we put, it won't be on the Empire channel. You guys will have to go to Elevate 7-on-7 YouTube channel. You can find one of our posts that we had through our Empire channel. You can go to our Instagram and go to the link in our bio there. It's going to be a pretty cool channel. So today we're going to be doing the live from the Empire channel, but next week and the content for today, the rewatch is going to be all on the Elevate channel. So all of our 7-on-7 content is going to be on the Elevate channel. So we got a channel started with them, and it's been a good time. We've been talking over some ideas. We'll be testing out a bunch of things as the season goes along. See what you guys like. Just let me know what you guys like down there in the chat. We'll do some commentary as the day goes along. They're going to be doing a bunch of drills. Not just for warm up right now. They just kind of have the crossovers now. They're going to be doing some box drills and W. I'm sure they'll get into that 7-on-7 passing stuff. They're going to throw some routes. They might line up for one-on-ones, and maybe even for linemen, they might do some one-on-ones as well. A lot of people out here today from all different areas, not just from the Stockton area. We even seen people as far out as Hillmar here today in the house too. Over 200 registrants just for today alone. So after this 8U, 14U mix that we're going to see, it's going to go into the 10U, 12U mix in about 2 hours. And then after that, we'll get into the big guys for 7-on-7 and high school at the very end, I believe is something we'll see as well. So pretty interesting turnout so far. I think, what do we got out there, Coach? Yeah. How many people do you think we got? About 40 out there? That's pretty good for a first group, considering it'll be 4 sessions, which is about right. So it'll be about 200 participants all day long, assuming all participants show up. Yeah, there was a lot of rain, and we got a break right now. It's supposed to come back at around 11 o'clock. We're kind of crossing our fingers, hoping that's not the case coming back. It's going to be a cold one, but I think the moisture shouldn't be too bad on this turf field out here at St. Mary's. They'll be able to keep the ball somewhat dry, it looks like, but we'll see as we go. So now they're going to break up into drills. You got the big guys going to go up towards the top. That's going to be just some end zone drills, and like I said, we're probably going to be focused a little bit more on the 7-on-7 aspect of it, not to take away any of the glory from the big guys, but they'll be in a corner of the end zone. We probably won't get some of the best shots, but we're going to get a lot of the good shots for the the 8 and under. And that's Coach Walker out there. We've been talking with him a little bit, setting up for this collaboration that we got going for the spring season here for Elevate. He's going to be leading the 8 and under group for Elevate 7-on-7. So he'll be the coach for that 8 and under level. All these guys, you got some numbers tagged on the back, so that's primarily what I'm going to be going off of. I have no idea who's who or from what team. And if you guys notice them, go ahead and give us a shout out in the actual live chat. Let us know what number is from what team, what position you think they were originally at or what they're trying out for. We might see a little bit of conversions today. So people who normally run the running back position could be coming out here as wide receivers. We could have some quarterbacks going out for wide receivers just because they're great athletes. We got some quarterbacks from all different areas trying out here today. We saw a bunch of quarterbacks warming up before the event started. Got the big guys out there in the corner of the end zone. They're going to be talking over their drills too. I'm pretty sure they're going to go through some warm-ups. It looks like we got a sprint, so they're going to do a 40-yard sprint. And we're going to see who's going to come in first here. So it should be an interesting little race. We're going to start off with the race right off the bat here. We're going to see who's fast. Oh, boy. Some of them pulled up, and at the very end, who was that in the blue? That was number 18? I'm not sure. Yeah, he's gentleman that actually finished through the line at the very end. That would have been the winner of that little heat right there. And then looks like they're going to take the top 3 and keep them off to the side. So the big thing for AU and TNU here, make sure you run all the way through the line because there's a couple kids that were ahead that ended up slowing up at the very end of the 40. You don't want to stop at the 40. You technically want to stop at the 50 because you want to run full speed all the way through the 40. Ooh, got some speed down here towards the bottom. Not sure what number he was. What number did we get for that coach? It was 12. I think they're going to keep 12 over here. It looks like they're going to line up everybody here for this last group. So they have a large group for this one. About 7 kids going to line up here for this 40-yard dash. We got number 13, number 5, 18, 25, and I can't see the last one. Ready to go for the second round here. All right, we got a lot lined up, ready to go here. All right. Whew. That was a big gap for that last one. Number 22 just kind of dusted everybody on that one. All right, looks like we got one more group lining up here towards the end. I think these heats are going to get more competitive as they go. Because then they got some kids that are going to push them that they've never experienced before. They're used to being the fastest kid on their team. Yeah. All right, they're getting ready to go here. We got 7 up in this round. And it looks like they have 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 11 lined up for the next round. And plus whoever's going to come out of this group, they'll probably take the top 3 out of this group. So probably 14 total will make it to the next round for 40-yard dash here. Ooh, this is a competitive heat here. Ooh. He slowed up. He was catching him, and then the other kid just kind of stayed ahead of him. Almost looked like he was just kind of not trying all that much. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're going to try to. We got the step ladder there at the far side. And we got the bags there in the middle. Yeah. Don't be afraid to get all the way in, coach. Yeah, that's fine. All right, looks like we got 3 guys setting up here to race. These are 3 of the faster kids in that last group, too, so we'll see who comes out of this group. All right, they're good to go. Oh, man, that kid striding out almost got him. But you could tell, man, give him 20, 30 more yards and he probably runs away. It was just the start. If he can get the start fixed, he's going to start dusting kids. Yeah, he got clear. That was 22 and 12, was it? Kid with the long hair. Quick. I feel like he pulls ahead early and then just holds the lead. Knows exactly how to hold the lead because even as he was getting closed on, he kicked it on just a little bit there at the end just to say, no, I won. Let's not get it twisted. I wasn't trying all that hard. Right. Yeah, see, there's a couple of fast 8U out here right now. There's some good speed. They got some good top end. So 8U squad already looking fast right now. And that was those top 3, that last 3 were really fast, so looks like they're gonna take a little quick break there. They're gonna go get some water. We'll kind of shuffle over here to the lobby and see what kind of drills they got going on. Yeah, definitely. Well, the 5-on-5 camps are super fun, especially when they get to the 1-on-1s and the pass blocking stuff. And here we're just kind of seeing how quick they are on the turns. Yeah, keeping their feet, keeping their balance, that center balance, kind of breaking down a little bit in the turns. And it's tough for the big guys to stop on a dime and turn and get back up to speed and turn. A little bit of confusion on that one. We got the step bags there, so we're going to look for lateral movement here from the big guys. Yeah, that one looked good. Yep, they're a little more comfortable with this drill. And some who've been doing it for just the first time, you could tell maybe not too comfortable. Like that gentleman there was crossing his feet, which is not good. He's going to go right foot over the bag first, right on that left foot. So it looks like they're going to try to give him another shot at it. There you go. See, still a little bit unsure, but not bad. See, he's more sure of himself. Uh, yeah. Yeah, these are everyday drills. It's good warm ups. If I encourage teams not to run just for the sake of running for conditioning. I think a lot of your conditioning can be done doing this, and it's more productive too because it's going to give the feet and the agility to the linemen that they need, and you can modify it for every position that they're looking to go for. So maybe at the beginning of the year you run a little bit, but as the season develops, you should be performing a lot of these EDD drills that you see every day just to get, like I said, those motor skills quickened and sharpened for the actual regular season, which is why these spring football training programs are so important. Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like we got some drills going down here at the bottom too as well. We're gonna line up for some back pedal. Oh, and they're gonna test the turnaround, the little hip turns. Yeah, opening those hips. Coach Mike, I'm not cold. You're cold. It's pretty cold out. It's not all things considered not terrible because the wind isn't all too bad, but we'll see how the day goes along because it was really rainy this morning. Kind of testing the capabilities of our canopy. Some people have some good speed after the turn, but the turn you could tell some guys not too comfortable. Yeah, kid on the 15 there with the yellow gloves and the orange shoes, pretty good hip turn there. He's very comfortable in the back pedal. So he's going to get some coaching here from coach. He's going to talk about throwing an elbow in order to help open up the hips or to encourage opening the hips. Not bad, not bad. Now we're going to go left, left. So now we're going to open up that left hip. And we're going to see them try to drive that right knee over the top, see if they can get that turn going. It's a real good test of the hip flexor agility. You can tell the difference between the kids who sit at home and play video games all day and then the ones who don't. Some will be able to get out of this turn very quickly. Good job at the top there with the yellow shoes. Very tall at the top side there from the 5-yard line. Yeah, bottom there at the 20-yard line was pretty quick. He's very comfortable in his back pedal. And it's not necessarily the fastest in this back pedal either. I mean, it also helps, but it's how comfortable and low you can be in those first steps and then combine it with quickness because you're going to have to make adjustments on the fly just for you know, cutting on the 7-on-7 stuff. If you're running slant routes and those kinds of things, you can't be bailing out too much. So you can see some people stumbling over their feet here because they're standing straight up out of their turn rather than keeping the balance and that center of gravity a little bit lower. 5-yard line, pretty good. Yellow shoes again. Pretty good turn. Thanks, Joseph. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching, man. Don't forget, everyone watching, make sure you guys look up that Elevate 7-on-7 channel that we had published yesterday. At Elevate 7-on-7. You should find that YouTube channel. We're going to be posting all our 7-on-7 stuff for the remainder of the year on that channel. So we kind of separate our spring and our fall ball channels. It's going to be a lot of fun. 7-on-7 is very high energy. It's very different than the regular season stuff. A lot of talking. I like it. A lot of big time highlights and things like that. A good big catches, great throws. Got some more coaching here. It's telling them to throw that elbow hard so to open up those hips. And you can see some of the over exaggeration from some of these kids. Some kids are backpedaling and they're already opening up that hip a little bit, which is not good in a real life 7-on-7 scenario because someone could cross you up that way. Yeah, Joseph, I got a bunch of more highlights I got to get in. So, what a lot of you guys probably don't know is I spent the last week or so on vacation. Yeah, I've been slacking. I haven't been doing any highlights because I actually took a vacation at the end of the year here, and then we're just jumping right back into it for the 7-on-7. So I'll get back to it for sure. All the Turkey Bowl highlights are going to be coming. I still got, um, I think I got one more Trans Valley Youth 14U Super Bowl highlight that I got to get done, and then there's a handful of others that I'm going to try to complete as well. Um, right now, because I'm not all that great of an editor, I should say an efficient editor, every 1 minute of highlight video you guys see is at least an hour's worth of editing to get it to that state. So that's about what I'm keeping up with right now. So on top of a 9 to 5, really only got about 6-7 hours when I get home to really try to get as much editing in as I can. Yeah, I know, right? But I definitely wanted to get this Elevate one up as quick as I could too. I actually did that one on vacation. I was literally finishing up that highlight on the plane. And as far as our tournament goes, I'm definitely going to be. I don't know if I'll call it a Turkey Bowl, but definitely an end of the year 209 tournament. Well, we'll send invites out to some of the top performers in each league, whether it's Motherlode, Trans Valley, Delta, SinCal, Central Valley Football Cheer, whatever it might be. We want to have. All right, looks like they are hip flipping and strafing. Oh, so he's saying don't shuffle. So the first kid had it right. It was turn and run. And then once we get about 5 yard depths or about 5 yards across, we are going to drop one of that left hip open the other direction and sprint. There we go. There we go. A little bit better here. Some are still kind of shuffling. And some are actually getting over. They're not getting as horizontal as you probably like. They're just kind of flipping their hip, still getting vertical. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. You come out, you try out. There are some kids who've been doing this for at least a year or two now, and they understand the drill. And we have one kid doing bailout Scoobies. That's the wrong way to do it. Yeah, yeah, that's a bailout drill. Not quite how you want to run that though. Like I said, for the 8 under group, they're very new to these drills, so I'm sure they got a lot of work to do. Yeah, because he was pointing out, maybe not singling out, but he was pointing out some kids were turning their back to the coach, which is turning your back to the quarterback. So you're only doing that if you've completely lost your wide receiver in man-to-man coverage, or you just got crossed up. So you're gonna bail out and try to get back on top. Hopefully you can maintain the speed. Yeah. Everyone, show your left hand, your other left hand. He's saying speed turn. Yeah, that's another good way. They call it a speed turn, but it's really like a oh turn because you're getting crossed up and you're just trying to maintain your leverage on top, not getting beat. And there's still some kids that are doing it and then shuffling. Yeah, yeah. Ringing, just in the regular season, you're going to be running the ball quite a bit with all these kids. And they're not used to some of these secondary techniques because you don't play a whole lot of coverage in game. and you, yeah, especially at the 8U level, there's not a whole lot of throwing that goes on. So they're a little unfamiliar with these techniques. But it's good work for them. Now we have Elevate has one more tryout going on next weekend on the what date was that? Let me look it up here real quick. I think so. Bring it up here real quick. Yeah, they have the 18th again here at the St. Mary's High School. Make sure you guys get registered for that. Now, if you registered for this one and you're actually out on the field today, you're eligible for next week's tryouts too, as well on the 18th. So you don't have to pay twice. You're eligible for both tryouts. But I would definitely try to get in on this Elevate action. If you see some kids here on screen that you think you guys can beat out, I mean, we got them from all over. We got kids all the way out from Hillmar that we've seen. That's the south side of the 209. So there's a good grip of talent out here. And if you guys think you're better, come out and try out. See if you guys can get in on this action too, because they do a lot of good tournaments out here, not just in this area, but they travel well too. So far, they had 200 people registered just for today's tryout. So competition pretty stiff out here. Breaking up drill, see if they can get on their toes, shift momentum, make sure they're not standing too tall through the whole thing. And again, this is not one of those drills where it's like who finishes first, right? it's they're looking at the technique for sure. Yeah, they want to know who's doing it correctly. That way they know when they bring them out for the 7-on-7, they're less of a liability to get beat in the back pedal and running. They do a lot of defensive work here. They'll do some offensive work here later, I'm sure. There's a turn and sprint. Also, see who staying in shape over the Christmas break here. I see some of these kids already starting to gas out a little bit. That top, again, kid with the long hair at the top of the screen. He's, he's fast. He's got some good feet. Change direction quick. Oops. Bailed a little too early. Now bail, bail, bail. Okay. I like kid in red shoes. Staying low. Good turn. Still caught up to the kid about 5 yards of depth on him already. Not bad. Good hustle there from that kid in the red. I like his back pedal. Good low, confident, maybe anticipating coach a little bit too much rather than just reacting. In defense, it's all about reaction, especially in the secondary. Reaction time is big. Yeah, it's the defensive drills. Yeah, we're gonna see who's got that hip turn. See how hard they can get that bag moving. Yeah, because that those forearm shivers is supposed to move that bag because in reality, yeah, coach has got it. He's got that hip turn in there. And he says you got to get that arm across and that hip attached with it so you can bring all that power to move that man out of the way. Yeah, there you go. That was a good first hit. Yeah, good, good. Oh, lost his feet. Makes me wonder if he's got the tennis shoes on and not the cleats because he's got white bottoms on that. Pretty impressive if that's without cleats. Yeah, he hasn't done that drill too much. He's going to get more comfortable with it, I'm sure. Same thing. Definitely that the biomechanics, I guess you could say. Knowing your body, getting that hip turned, and connecting it with power too. Using that leverage from the ground up to be able to move a man. Mm-hmm. Yep. Can you give me a sound check? Can't really hear you too much, if at all. No, I'll just say, let me see if I can. I'll try to chime in the field cam here real quick. All right, go ahead and give me a sound check, coach.
What's that?
Can you give me a sound check?
Sound check, sound check. We're checking the sound. We got what, W drills maybe? Oh no, they're gonna touch the cone drills here.
Give me more sound check.
More sound check. More people coming in to watch. They're actually shifting over so they can actually see their kids.
There we go. All right, we got good sound now. That way we can get you in some of the field sound too as well.
Oh, how we missed the roadie.
All the audio equipment that we have.
Right.
Yeah, it's all makeshift right now. It used to be so much better. Hopefully I can get it back in. We got Lyman doing, looks like a hard 45 step. Actually some run blocking, staying low on the far side of the end zone. And now we're going to, what do we got? Oh, shuttle drill.
Yes.
We got the shuttle. So they're going to go
touching the cones
to the right or the left, either one. I'm sure. Okay, it looks like they're all going to go left first. They're going to touch that cone or near that cone, sprint all the way across to the numbers, touch that cone, and then sprint all the way through the middle again. There's a good touch. Good touch. And this is measuring the change of direction. A kid down here in the bottom with the white hoodie did really well. Some people are...
See, and you can tell some of these advanced kids. Look at their posture. Look at their stances.
Yeah. Yep. Coach is explaining kind of the whole point of this drill is to measure the quickness and explosion that you have from a dead stop. Because getting down to touch that cone is actually the toughest part. Some of these kids are turning all the way out too. I think kid in the orange shoes down here on the 40 did particularly well. I think technically in the shuttle drill you can go in any direction to start, but I think for the sake of unity here.
Yeah.
Looks like a kid in the green gloves and the red hoodie, the maroon hoodie, number 6. Particularly got a little bit quick. So now coach is kind of explaining you want to kind of face one direction the whole time because turning all the way over, right, actually causes more speed loss and a tougher
Yes.
change of direction in the shuttle drill in particular. Ooh, got beat. So,
Technique.
yeah, 22 was beating 12 in the 40-yard dash, but 12 just beat 22 in the shuttle.
Healthy competition.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, AU.
Football
What's the
101.
the
Yep.
hash marks? There, everyone looks like, what hash marks are you talking about?
The line's on the field.
Oh, Dre's on. He says,
What's up, Dre?
kid in the red beanie. Oh, red beanie is our receiver coach for Island's Best. Yeah, I believe it. A lot of these coaches from a little bit of everywhere. Good coaches. They're sprinting all the way through to the hash mark. All right, so go to right, left, and then all the way through.
Oh, slip.
Got a slip. Kid on the 40, 45 did really well. Again, kid with the maroon long sleeves and the green gloves. Particularly quick. That's number, what number we got there? It's hard to see 36. So I think that's number 6. Good touch. 22 again, just leaving people there that time. 22's quick. 22's real quick.
Fleet of feet.
Fastest in the 40. Looks to be one of the fastest, at least, in the shuttle.
Yeah, it's not all about winning. It's how you finish. That just sounded like Rocky Balboa, didn't it?
Ooh, a little bit of balance issues from getting down that low. Number 12 and 29, even though they're the first 3, struggled with the balance part. Some linemen do some circle drill in the end zone. They're testing the edge of those cleats, and then we have some step drills here. Set up in post, keeping all the cleats in the ground and staying low, keeping that chest up. Coach is telling them, be violent with those steps. Make sure those feet powerful in the ground, balanced, not overstriding and getting unbalanced. And you could already tell just from some of those kids who've had some extra work, who've done some lineman training before with the footwork. All right, so it looks like they're going what looks like not even, well, about 5 yards, hitting the brakes and coming back. Quick. Some are quick. It's really going to be a really close drill. Not sure who's going to be first or anything like that. 28 pretty quick on the edge there. And 24 was quick on that one. Got 5 yards,
like
dropped the
they
hit.
have that extra 5 yards, so it's like, oh, I can't get everyone in one shot.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's our first time kind of doing this too, and we don't know how the drills are going to be set up in any particular way, so we get as much as we can for sure. Go to pound the dirt, 12, 22 again. We keep calling those numbers today. It's quick. Some of those little guys. You can be fast today. That's only one part of it. We're gonna be able to catch too.
The one thing I hope that I know we're just drilling today, but the purpose of the drill and why they're doing it is just as important.
Yep.
Why are we running this drill? When are we actually going to do this?
A lot in 707.
No, I get it. But what I'm saying is a lot of these kids that haven't
done these drills.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if today's that day for that.
This is a drill day for sure.
Yeah, this is a tryout. This isn't a camp, right? In a camp, you'll see them break it down. They'll go to the Y and everything else like that too.
Yeah. They're checking their agility, checking their athleticism.
See who's raw. See who's got some work in already. I feel like, too, the kid in the yellow shoes, if given him some technique, he could beat a lot of these kids out here. 24, good turnaround.
That's the raw.
Yeah, 22 or 2, those raw kid for sure.
See, and then you see some of these kids, even the basic stuff, when they're getting to the cone, they're looping around rather than planning and
exactly
and cutting back. I saw a lot of that in the linemen over there, some of the newer linemen.
Let's try to get a zoom in on 2 here. Let's see, not this one, but the next one, I guess, when he comes up. Number 2, he's lined up on the 40 here.
I see him. Yep.
Yeah. This is the kid that we're talking about. Oh, never mind. They're ending the drill.
That's why. You called it. That's why.
Let's see. They got a step over.
See, you got to throw that arm,
come
around the bag.
Looks like we're ripping here. Yeah. Let's see. Testing the flexibility of his hip flexors. And getting low, getting underneath the hands. He's going to throw the hands and throw on the hands. You got to reach down low and then kind of come up with that rip move. A lot of them are just keeping the hand there. I think that's maybe what they were instructed to do. I'm not sure.
See, but you want to cut it as close as you can.
Yeah, you want to definitely lean into that just a little bit.
Absolutely. Then you can see how your dexterity is by going the other way.
A lot of false steps. Used the wrong hand on that one.
Yep.
Hand was low on that one. That's not bad. First steps are really a struggle, it looks like, for these linemen.
Back, dude. Run the whole way through.
A lot of these big guys aren't used to picking up those feet over that tall bag.
Nope.
You can tell some are even jumping like that.
Straight up.
Yeah. Getting that knee up high. I know it's a little comfortable for the bellies like us. You got the jellies. But
and like you said, it's even that false step getting to the bag.
Yep.
No, just use it as part of your...
That was a good first step, and he gets low. He just needs to come hard with that rip.
See, they're more concerned about stepping over it than just running over it.
And you want to kind of try to stay low through this whole drill, too. You don't want to stand straight up. That's how pulling linemen come take your head off.
See, and that one even like stutters over it, the pause.
You can tell if your first step lands before the bag, well, I guess if your hand's below the bag, so at least your second step. If you got 2 steps before that bag, you're probably doing it wrong. There you go. Good. Stay low though, man. Get down low.
Let's see over here. Shadow.
Yeah, they're shadowing here. Make sure they're not passing their defender there.
Yeah. And here comes the rain.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not too much.
Okay, let's go back over here.
So we'll go back to the 7-on-7. Now we're running out patterns, I think. We're just doing square outs, it looks like. Yeah, straight square outs. So we're going to see how they can get to 5 quickly, pound the dirt, and get that eyes around as quickly as possible while trying to stay on that line. Usually,
Yeah, don't round it off at the top.
yeah. Now you might be able to round a little. I mean, this looks like a straight square out, so
Yeah.
you want to definitely hit that breakdown at that 3rd, 4th step. Get right across the line, but you have to fill your eyes to the quarterback here. And that'll be the big thing between this drill and the actual live throwing is how well do these wide receivers stay on that line? Because they're doing it right now, but wait until all of a sudden they have to catch a football. Do they
Right.
sink? Do they float too deep? Or do they come too close?
drift,
Yeah, what do
yeah.
they do? So that was a good turn right there. I like that one. And he had his eyes around and everything. Good route there with the blue cleats. That turn. You see how no eyes are there? They're just following the line. Maroon at the top side did well. Good job. Some of these not bad. Be quick. See how kid the white hoodie sunk a little bit. It's okay to sink a little bit. The momentum is probably going to take you over that line. Like you said, the true test will be when they start catching a football. Can they stay on that line? Yep, see, they're saying you sink a little bit too deep. They're not really forgiving you. They want them right on that line. His eyes don't turn back to the quarterback there. He sunk a little bit. They're gonna try to keep him honest to that line, especially with no ball coming out.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
not comfortable, not comfortable.
wind and rain. I love it.
It's cold out here.
Give me the pain.
Good turn. That's a decent. Still, they want him right on that line.
It's good that the coach is right there. That way they don't drift.
Well, you do. You want to kind of, you know, when you have a corner, right, that's sitting at 5, 6, 7 yards depth, you want to run up on their toes. That's the whole point of why he's right there. You want to run up on his toes to get him to, you know, open a hip, bail out. Because right when he starts to open that hip, then you hit the, you know, that pivot foot in the ground, right foot, come out of your cut. That's where you create the separation with you and the defender. But you have to actually run hard at his toes to make him turn. Because if he sees you jogging, he's going to hesitate just like you are. And he's not going to open up that hip, and you're not going to get that separation.
You're no threat.
Yep, you're no threat. Yeah, see, not bad. I mean, it's a sharp route. He's just not looking back for the ball. So it's really tough to say how good these kids are going to be once they
That
get
was
it
a
done.
rounded. He didn't even go straight. He just kind of rounded it off
Yeah.
at the top.
Short routes. Oh, they're running a 3-step slant here. That's more like a stutter slant. It's like a 2-step one. Yeah, he's got like 4 or 5 steps going. Number 5's not even really looking for the ball. Some of the kids on the far side looking a little bit better here on the slant route. Don't be afraid to get in real tight.
I'm in tight right now.
It's okay to cut stuff off. I don't gotta get everything. Not a good place to sit. Everything's wet. Everything's wet. Cutting after the cone. Before it.
That was good.
Yeah, but he's not looking for the ball right off that
Yeah.
foot. He's got to get his eyes around.
They're more concerned about going to spots
Yep.
than.
See, everyone's kind of, they're having trouble setting the angle is what they are out of that break. When they hit that foot in the ground, are they setting the angle? And it's really going to test these angles for these kids once they start throwing a ball. I guarantee it. We're going to start seeing a lot of these angles break down. Not too bad. They got that 10-yard deep end. Trying to maintain speed at the top end. Then he's pound the dirt and get over. Some of these kids doing a good job kind of showing hands. I'm open, throw the ball.
Because Lord knows they're always open.
Yeah. Well, as a wide receiver, you always want them to throw the ball. That's kind of the nature of the position, right? You don't ever want to miss an opportunity where it's like, you should have thrown it to me. I was actually open that time. So the big thing with that 10-yard in route is to maintain speed at the top of the route.
Mm-hmm.
With the slant routes, it's about getting a good release, crossing their face, getting your eyes around, getting ready for that ball to come at you right off the cut. It looks like the bottom side too is also going to do this in route. And oh, that's a bummer, Brandon. Sorry about your kid being sick. Don't worry, they got one next week. So if you registered for this one, you'll be eligible for the next one too as well. So make sure you guys come back out next week. Yeah, they got one going on the 18th again. There's 2 tryouts here for Elevate. They had 200 registrants today. I'm sure spots are going to fill up and be very competitive here. So make sure you guys get registered and try to beat somebody out here for a spot. Drive, drive, drive. This is the toughest part for a lot of wide receivers running these deep in routes, is you gain so much speed with that 10 yards and being comfortable in your own cleats and your balance to pound the dirt and get across quickly. And you don't want to hesitate or slow down too much. That was a good one. I like that one. Good job, 12. Good explosion at the top of the route.
Seems to be a good athlete.
Yeah. That was okay. Not bad. I feel like he can run a lot faster. I think he's pacing that route. Get to the top of the route quickly. Get that guy to turn around and run with you. And that way when you hit the dirt top, pound, 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 go across. Gotta get your eyes around quick. Go, go, go. Dirt. Turn. You paced it. See, he's not explosive for 10 yards because they're so scared at the top of the route they won't stop in time.
Worried about slipping and
Yeah. Worried about all those
not
things.
cutting straight across.
Yep. There's a lot of things to remember from wide receiver. Then you got to think, okay, this is without a quarterback throwing you ball. This is without a defender that you're running against. There's a lot of things that go into it. A lot of people
This is
think
the basic 101 stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. not really a common route that they run too much at the 8 and under level either, too. So they're probably not used to this
A lot of
pattern.
quick slants.
Yeah, a lot of slants, a lot of outs, a lot of goes.
9.
Yeah, all nines. But getting across here, getting to that 10 yards. Yep, and they're not looking for the ball coming out of the break. Pacing it, didn't run a explosive 10 yards. It was slow. There you go. I feel like those first 10 could be faster. There you go, good. Hesitated a little bit at the top of the route, but still got over. Go, 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 go. Turn. Not bad, just got to get his eyes around a little quick. I don't know if that was because of his hoodie, but I feel like he could have got his eyes around a little bit sooner. Drifted a little bit at the top of the route, but not too bad. Good sprint. 12. 22 is a beast. Hit dirt. Get your eyes around quicker. That was a good route. Sprint, sprint, sprint. Slow 10. Again, not comfortable with the stopping part of it. So they'll slow for the 10 yards so they can make that turn very sharp. But the whole point is to push that speed and push your brakes too. Not just the gas pedal, the brakes. They're going to test your brakes.
And like you said, when it's live, chances are 9 times out of 10 they're going to run it, but they're going to just loop it.
Yeah.
They're going to round it off instead of breaking down.
Good sharp cuts.
Yeah, sharp cuts.
All right, looks like they're going to break out here for just a little bit. Right now we have the 8 and under going on for the 7-on-7. We also have the 14U. They're doing some lineman work. They're doing some hand fighting there at the far side of the end zone.
No wax on, wax off.
Yep. Getting the hands off the body. We got some one-on-ones down here to the bottom a little bit, just for hand placement. So this one is balanced, making sure you're not leaning on them too much. A punch to the inside.
The hand placement right at the chest.
Yep. And again, you don't want to be leaning on the guy either, because then if he just shucks the hands or he spins or whatever,
Your mobility.
yeah, you're gonna fall down. All right, so now they're what, 90 they're scoop stepping here? What are they doing? Trying to figure out what they got going on. Post steps, set steps. He's gonna get a rush. Punch, stay in front of your man, stay balanced. Because you're leaning on him and he throws the hands or he turns his body. If you go falling, that means you're leaning way too much on the front of your toes. Want to get all those cleats in the ground. Make sure
With the way he's squatting, dropping the butt.
punch. It looks like he was going for a steering wheel turn too. He was going for the wrong side.
Shoulder pad, one on the one.
He was looking to turn out, but he's trying to get the hook. But he's got to get his feet around on that one. He had the hands right, but he's got to have his feet come with it. Otherwise, you're gonna get a lot of holding calls. Yeah, definitely right, Brandon. Hands tight to the inside.
I like the drill where you get the towel.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be throwing now.
Looks like they're throwing. Let's go back to 7-on-7. They're throwing. And everybody was running good routes. Let's see if they continue to run
Got
routes
the hands for it now.
and can catch. That'll be the big one now. Got 20,
None of this means anything.
22 at the bottom of the screen here. Let's see what he's got. Eyes around this time. Ah, let the ball get in his body. Attack that ball in the air. They're going to be throwing a little bit, too. Some of these quarterbacks at the here in the middle as well. We'll see how they low on it, but that's okay for a slant route to be low. It's just a little too low there.
I just want to see the quarterback technique, if they're just
I don't.
hipping the ball through or if they're throwing the ball.
Yeah, a lot of them like to use that off shoulder and bicep. Launching a shot, put it. Yeah, we're gonna see if any of these 8U kids got a little whip. Everything out of the shotgun, which some teams do here for 7-on-7, some under center.
Oh,
That's
nice little
bad.
quick release over here.
He sank a little bit deep on that slant route, but
I was looking at the quarterback. Nice little Mahomes whip.
not bad, not bad. The ball comes a little bit low for my taste, but I also have to remember this is 8 and under.
Right, that's a 15-yard quick route. Like,
It's a short throw. You should be able to make the throw. It shouldn't be an issue of zip or power here. It's about
should it be?
It should be about placement for the slant route, because if any of these routes need to be precise, it'd be this one and the feed out for sure.
We got a leak.
Yep.
See what's going on at the top.
Let's see what. He's got a whip. I like it. Kid in the blue cleats here in the middle.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Not bad. The grip was a little funny on that one. I wonder if it got wet. Okay.
Go! Pay attention.
Oh, got hit in the face with the football. Bounced off his hands.
Wow, this cold
It
too.
is cold. It probably hurt a lot more than it usually does.
Yes.
We'll see. Top side, big range in motion. This kid at least has a tight release. It's a very quick one.
Only thing I don't like is he's like
Yeah, a little bit.
bouncing for the sake of bouncing.
A little bit of happy feet, right?
Yes.
Ooh, overthrew it there. Make sure he's got to follow through on that throw. It's a deep slant. They're catching at 10. Almost like a post route. Good hands there. Caught that ball away from his body. This is a tough route to throw. A 10-yard out, damn near a 20-yard throw, especially for 8U. See how the ball kind of hangs? Here's the thing with this throw as a quarterback. You want to make sure you actually get your feet set and your weight to the outside. You got to throw this ball outside. You cannot throw this ball inside. And if you're fading back on this throw, like if you got too much weight on the back of your foot when you're throwing, that ball's going to sail on you, and it's hard to get it there already. You got to make sure they get that hip snap in. There it is. Got to catch it.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how much of a quarterback you really are, kid.
Yeah, he cut that route super short there. He didn't even throw it. He didn't even get to 10 on that deep route. We got 5 and out. That was a tough one. Zoom in a whole lot more.
No, I've
Stay
been.
tighter. That was a bad ball. Threw it inside. The trap for right-handed quarterbacks on that top side is they have to close that front shoulder more. They have to get that left shoulder pointed more. Because if it stays open, right, they have their showing their chest, that ball's going to stay to the inside. See how it's all staying to the inside there, the top side? We watch these quarterbacks at the top side. It's really hard to get that ball all the way to the sideline because you have to close that shoulder down and drive the ball to the sideline. We got here to the inside. Because right-handed quarterbacks here to the near side, that naturally that front part of your body, that front shoulder is going to open up a little bit more. So it's not too hard to direct that ball to the outside. It's that top side quarterback that I have a little bit of trouble. Not bad. Not bad. A little bit of happy feet. Unsure. So they're kind of going from snap here, supposedly. That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. Not bad. Way to catch away from the body there. Good outside route. I like that one. That looked good. Got off a little bit early there. See how that ball's inside? He's got to turn that front shoulder. He's got to close it down, get it to the sideline. He's opening up too much of his body. Let's see what we got here. He's drifting, so he didn't get his momentum stopped on that back foot. He tried to throw it a little bit early, and then he's off balance, so the ball didn't get there. No drop. Don't know if I'd call that kid a quarterback. No offense. See,
The kid in the blue beanie.
yeah, he could throw. That's a good ball.
Guiding him.
That's a good ball.
Letting him go to the ball.
He's doing it out of the gun, so he's not doing a drop. So it's a little bit easier to get their feet set.
This is true.
But he does drop that ball to the hip a little bit more than I'd like him to. But easy fixes. Yeah, he drops that ball all the way down to his hip. And that might be why inconsistent in the accuracy. Because his throwing motion's not as tight as you'd like it to be. Don't get to cut it every once in a while on the recording.
Yeah, I've been letting it run.
Yeah, don't just let it run. Definitely don't just let it run. Just get the clips in between in and out. So start, stop.
That's what I haven't been doing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
make sure you start and stop. Otherwise, you're going to fill up my car and we're not going to have nothing to go with.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Let's see here real quick. Yeah, I only got 11 minutes left.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll transfer it over after the half. Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Gotta clip it. Can't run it the whole time. Especially when heat is a thing too. Luckily not right now, but.
Yeah, sorry. That's my rookiness.
It's all good. We just testing stuff for today. Let's see what they move on to here. They on top side of the field, or what are they doing? Are they going full 7-on-7? One-on-ones. You can catch some lineman stuff in between if you want to.
They're just doing like relays.
I know, but they're not. Something versus nothing is basically my point.
This is true.
Ooh, good catch.
Woo!
Don't afraid to get tight on this stuff.
That's as tight as it goes.
I need teleconvert. Gotta get that again. I had one.
Once upon a
Once upon a
time.
time. Nothing going there. It looks like they're gonna have that quarterback actually throw. Line up just inside the numbers, slant route, and that ball sails and behind. Usually you see that kind of stuff as release it from their hand early on these slant routes instead of following through, really trying to extend that whip out to the wide receiver in order to get that ball to stay inside here. I have a feeling that a lot of these DBs are going to have a rough time today if they've not done DB work before and just wide receiver stuff.
They don't know what to look at.
Well, they hadn't done any drills today either for it either, so.
Just a back pedal drill.
Well, yeah, that was it. That's all they got, so.
They didn't know where to ride, where to put their hands,
Right.
maintain contact.
Hey, Brandon, I don't know if I'm going to have them in maybe about an hour and a half. We'll have the 10 and 12 U's out here. Right now we just got 8U. We have 14U in the lineman stuff right now, but they'll be out here in a little bit. Cover a sack.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Getting physical with the wide receiver, especially it's in, well, at the youth level, you can be physical the whole way through until the ball's in the air. There's no 5-yard cushion rule.
Yeah, I wonder how many coaches actually know that.
It'd be a good matchup here. Not sure what route that was. Oh, it was a pick anyway. We're not gonna have any left. Just before and just after the action. I was a little late.
Yeah, because he was open.
He was open. Let me see what time that actually starts. It looks like, 15 minutes. Sorry, 15 minutes. 10:30 a.m. That's the 10U and 12U tryout. Oh, missed him. You have that phone charger? Yeah, the 10 and 12 is about to get started here in about 15 minutes, it seems. We might miss a little bit of the drills.
There's somebody who knew what they were doing.
Just right off the
Yep,
right off
just
the line.
jam them right off the line.
Got bullied.
For lack of a better word, yes.
So I think what we might do for the next round for the 10 and 12 U's, we'll cut out a lot of the drills section. We'll get ourselves some time to recoup, and then we'll come back to these one-on-ones. We'll get live in a little bit after these guys are done. We'll let the 10 and 12 U's warm up, and then we'll go live again for 10 and 12 U. Yeah, this year we're going to be following around Elevate everywhere, so we'll be doing their tournaments and everything like that. We're going to try to figure out how we want to do this too. If we want to do it live from up top, if we want to get field level, whatever we might want to do. Outside release, late on the throw, short on the throw. None of the wide receivers' fault. He actually, not a bad release if he could get that ball to the sideline, but it didn't look like he just had the to do it. Doesn't have the arm strength to get that ball out there. That ball's got to go to the outside. Otherwise, it's that pick every single time. Yeah, for sure, Coach. Definitely getting these kids as much exposure as possible. Also, let the kids know what kind of competition's out there. Ooh, outside release back to the inside. Got them all turned around, and the quarterback just can't get it to him. So maybe that's what they're looking for out here at AAU. Who's going to fill the quarterback spot out here? Maybe we'll see it next week. Don't know if we see it this week. I know there's a couple kids who did pretty good. I like the kid in the blue beanie. Looked pretty good. Let's see him throw this route. And they got number 2. He's a little bit of raw talent. I think he's quick. The kid in the yellow gloves. Oh, almost came down with it. So he fought for a little bit on the line, finally got a release, and then the quarterback hesitated on the throw. If he got out there a little bit early, that would have been a completed pass. But at the same time, that did bounce off his hands. So you got to make sure you come down with those. You don't get all the chances in the world.
You catch it.
Yeah, you touch it, you catch it. Outside release, just throw on fade. Can't come down with it.
Oh, now he's at receiver.
Yep. Inside release, slant. Oh, overshot him. Good release there from the wide receiver.
That was the quarterback. Oh, no. It's two kids with blue beanies. Damn it.
Yeah, definitely a lot of. Kind of excited to see some of the high school today. See how competitive they get. Let's see what's on the future for them. I'll get a little bit of exposure, some film out. Good break on the ball. Late on the throw.
That's one thing that they just have to learn, not to throw after they get open. Throw right before they
Throw
get
them open.
Yes.
You throw that ball because hopefully they know what routes they're running before they decide to run it, because that might be why they're late. There's no communication of the wide receiver and quarterback right now, so the quarterback doesn't know what route he's throwing. He has to wait until it develops and then throw it. So that could be one of the issues. He tried to get inside on him, he couldn't do it. Good job by that corner, not letting him cross his face. Are we done there? All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and pause the broadcast for right now, and we'll stop it, and then we'll come back here for the 10 and 12U action here in a little bit. But we're going to transfer some files over and things like that. So make sure you guys stay tuned. 10 and 12U action coming up here shortly. We'll see you guys in a little bit.